What's up, you crazy kids? This is your art teacher, Mrs. McGinty. All right, let's go over your very first art project. Record remix. I bet some of you remember this from last year. It is going to be a little different, so let's kind of go over it. So your objective: students will recreate the jacket of an album cover showcasing an art element. The jacket will look like the original, except will be completed featuring the art element. So, how do artists collaborate on a body of work? So, think about visual artists, musicians, producers, all of these people coming together just to make one album. Okay? So, I want you to think about how they work together on what is called a body of work. An album cover is much more than a place for a musician to stamp his or her name. The right imagery can help create a totally immersive experience. From the Velvet Underground to Radiohead, some of the world's most talented musicians have enlisted the help of famous artists to create some truly memorable album covers. Let's just look at some examples. Street artist Shepard Fairey designed the album art for the Smashing Pumpkins' 7th studio album, 2007's Zeitgeist. Wanting to make a political statement on climate change, the artist created a black and red image of the Statue of Liberty about to be submerged underwater. In 1955, Jackie Gleason asked his good friend Salvador Dali to design the album cover for Lonesome Echo. Dali wrote a description of his artwork in the record's liner notes, which reads, "The first effect is that of anguish, of space, and of solitude. Secondly, the fragility of the wings of a butterfly projecting long shadows of late afternoon reverberates in the landscape like an echo. The feminine element, distant and isolated, forms a perfect triangle with the musical instruments and its other echo, the shell." Now, this is a photographer that took a picture of Nerd and recreated this album cover. It was released in 2010. Nerd's Nothing featured Pharrell Williams on the album cover. Photographer Terry Richardson shot Williams, who was wearing an army helmet with red, white, and blue feathers in profile. So, can you represent an artist or a body of work through imagery? This is what our next project is going to be about. I've actually worked with a couple of different artists. You can see here the Tejas brothers and Commons. I both recreated some different imagery for both of them. This is actually one of mine over here on the left. So let's talk about art elements: line, shape, form, color, space, texture, and value. What you are going to do is you are going to pick one of these, and you are going to find a band that you really like. And I want you to recreate the album cover, but only using these art elements. Now, of course, let's say you decided to redo it in color. You're still going to use line, but we need to have color being the predominant way that you recreate the album cover. So, today, all that I want you to do is do some research on some album covers and find a cover that you would like to recreate. On a piece of sketchbook paper or in your sketchbook, you are going to conceptualize. You are going to put together 4 to 6 different ideas. These ideas may be as small as a half sheet of paper. Okay, that doesn't mean I want you to have 4 to 6 huge sheets of paper filled with ideas. We are talking about small little sketches. It says I will be coming around to help you with your conceptualizations, but in actuality, what we will do is I'll have you upload them by the end of the week. Okay, so today I want you to do some research, and I want you to respond to this with a question that you have for this project, because I know that there is going to be questions, and this is okay. So it does say down below that you're going to be representing one element and one principle.